Hello and welcome. My name's Derek, and I sell physical media on eBay, and I make videos about that stuff. This is a sourced video. One is the loneliest number that you ever do. Stop the music. That's kind of shorter. All right. So to start off with, I got to meet one of my fans in person. That's definitely interesting. You think 8 billion people on this planet, a lot of those have YouTube and watch YouTube. Stop it. The cat monkey is messing up my setup. All right. So I was going to go to the transportation run, so it's transportation and then North Randall typically, and try to go to the 2 stores there, and then the Cedar Road Goodwill, and then Mayfield. I was like, oh, I got time for a couple stores. Let's see. I just went down the road. So the guy, I want to say Barry, lives down in Mayfield, and that's the area I was going to go, but I decided to stay to the next local stores up here, which is where he decided to go. So I'm there looking at the DVDs, and I hear someone say Derek, and I just thought, I'm not the only Derek, right? And I look, and it was like, Derek, right? I'm like, yeah, but I looked at him kind of perplexed. I don't recognize him. He's like, oh, I watch your show. The odds. I've got under 1,000 subscribers. A couple are from Ohio. That's interesting. So now you can tell your friends and family when Derek says he's 6'4", now you're like, yeah, he's not lying. He's a tall guy. Thanks. So nice to meet you, Mary. I get to that one often. If you need any suggestions on what you're looking for specifically at thrift stores, and if you really don't want to drive, I can guide you in a direction to which thrift stores have more of what, and a lot of times for how much usually. Except furniture. I really don't look at the furniture stuff. But, so I went to, Habitat, which is that, and Savers, which is this. So again, this is me going to 2 stores that I haven't been to. Well, I mean, Savers I was just at a couple of days ago. But the Habitat, maybe at least 2 weeks. I'd have to look at my calendar. So for the amount of stuff that was there, it actually ended up pretty good. It was $15.55 total for this, and that stuff was $23.48. So 15, so 38, 39 bucks for quantity here, 20 something, right? So this is going to be not as long. If I had twice as much stuff, I would be, or if each of these double CD sets was actually singles, and I had quite a bit more, I would probably just do a live stream, which is something that I want to start thinking about doing when it comes down to that. Particularly when I am putting stuff away, I could do a live stream. I put the ones that I listed today, which is just the new stuff, sealed in the other ones. Only like 25, 30 or something to put away. Okay, so this is at the Habitat. And it's just sitting in the rest. All I see is Nightmare. It's the MYS or MYT, MYS. So it's a mystery. It has enough in the title. There's going to be a couple that come up, right? So that's good news to me. I'm seeing this stuff come up. 17 plus 5 is 25 bucks. If I put it just in books, there's 8. If I go to sold, there's 2, but they're not that, but it's enough to where I'm going to pay 50 cents for this book. But the author, Ray Foley, Nightmare, this is the Nightmare Honeymoon. And here's it might be the whole thing right here for 30 bucks. But if you want just the individual book, such as this one, so we're going here, Nightmare House, fully, $37. All right, so we're going to go to sort, highest first. There's a stack, 12, 15, 15, 15, 14, and $1. Right, so that's a $15 book. That doesn't really sell a whole lot, but no one else has that one listed. So if I put it up for $15, I'll bet you it'll be gone within a couple weeks. Maybe a little longer. That's just I'm the only one who has it. All right, the sermon outline, there's only a couple that I've sold. Again, paid 50 cents for it. I think they sell right 15, $20. So for me to pick it up, sincerely yours, Paul Walker. Paul Walker. It's signed. So now this is going to be one of those, I'm going to look up Paul H. Walker and see if there's stuff that's signed by him. So if this does sell on the few and it's signed, it's going to take a while, but I'm sure it'll sell. Invitation to Spanish. Margarita Madrigal. All right, so this is another, might as well just go in here because I know that's not going to really come up. Madrigal. Invitation. $20 they go up to. 1943 hardcover, $20. 32, almost 30. That's a different one with no 34. So with the dust jacket, it's like $30. So I paid $1. I mean, there's plenty that sold. This is going to be like $20. This is Otterbeam College Bulletin. There's not a whole lot of them that really do come up, and I wanted to Terapeak just to see if the bulletins do sell. And they do. I mean, not for a whole lot, like $15, but paid 50 cents. And it's very, very specific. For 1964, 1965. All right. Laura and Ree's Riverwalk. A lot of these are scan, and a lot of these I actually used Flipper for. Because they were coming up on eBay scan. I don't know why I grabbed that one. Well, that's a dud. Let's see if it even sells just on the scan. So there's 18 listed. 3 have sold. I'm not going to get much for it if it does sell. So this is AUFZUGWALKWR. Only one comes up, $15. I went into Terapeak and they only a couple have sold. Paid $1 though. These two are going to go together. I don't think they really had much of sales or anything through Terapeak. I think number 9. I think that one, that one sold for $15. If I put the two together, I'm sure I can get 15 out of them. If not, I just have more classical to add. Well, that 99 is what that lot is up to now. 99 classical jazz, moody, lounge, blues, that kind of era, that kind of sound. All right, so these are where they start to get interesting. This is a stack of classical stuff. And there's going to be names and titles of stuff that you'll look at and you won't recognize. This may be the one. Oh, yeah. So this does have results. New other is almost $30 or 18. And I believe I did hand type this here, put in Terapeak. The $30 is about where they low 20s to about 30. So for the $1 for this, yeah. If any of these that I scan here don't come up, 15, 20, $20 and $30. brand new 52. So $20. This Tristan in Isolate, which I believe I have some other Tristan and Isolate stuff. But I think on Flipper, I just used the picture for this, and these come up, and they have sold on eBay for like $40. Same thing here. This may have been Clemens. 3. None of those are. Maybe I'm not going to bring the Flipper up for that. But here's another Tristan Isolate. All these are all 20. I think this one's like $50. So some good score and some classical. That is the multi-disc approach. I see cases like that. I don't care if it's Forrest Gump soundtrack or anything else in between. It's got multi-discs. So I'm going to look it up. And some of the stuff that did not come up on eBay scan or didn't have any souls, or I looked a handful up on using Flipper, and it resulted. So for $1, yeah. If I have to wait 2 years to get $30 for there's that, right? So that $15, $15.55 for all that. Got some frames I'll dig into. Oh man, I actually got this new wave hits of the '80s. Just can't get enough. Actually, I listed those Time Life ones, and one of them is actually going out tomorrow. So it's sold within that day. Did I list it today or yesterday? Yesterday, because today I only did like 7 or 8 sealed items. And so I believe that this one does not come up on eBay. Oh, it does. About $20. But I don't think. Oh no, they do sell for over 10. Yeah. So I'll use this one in the car. Mint disc. The Sound of Music. You Sing the Show. Pocket Songs. This is another one that kind of surprised me. $36. Just in there with the CDs. One has sold for about 15. So if one is sold for about 15, if I'd have basically under scan, I could see that there's one other one, and then I'd have another one, unless there's that aren't using the barcode. Ella Fitzgerald, all-time standards. I couldn't find this exact one. I believe it. No, this one is not an import. There's an import something in here. Guess not. All-time standards. Just a completely different greatest hits. Music International is what it's called. And I don't think... Yeah, nothing came up on that. Nothing came up on that. I will bring Flipper up, because I believe that this is one. There's a new... See, I just got a thing for a new Flipper update. So they were constantly changing things, constantly adding things. So you bring that up, scan, go to barcode, go to CDs. No data. So we'll go to this, bulk. We'll see on what that brings up. Everly Brothers, I think that's like $30. Oh, my darling, I hunger for your touch. I'm lonely now. Time. All right, so the title itself sells not really a whole lot, but this is a much, much earlier print of it. 7th printing from 19 somewhere. If I can't find it on this, I'm not going to worry about it right now. But it is an early print. Maybe I can get $15 for it. Symbolic logic. So a lot of this is we go into formal logic. So formal logic is this might be something. All right. All right. Similarity. The I proposition. Some humans or mortals may be paraphrased as. So now this is break it down. It's going to start parsing the nouns and the verbs and the prepositions. It's going to start parsing that to where you can have exact information based on how and where certain words are used. That's colloquially known as formal logic. Formal, like wearing fancy clothes, formal logic. This is called symbolic logic, and by Copy. And there was another book, and it's strange because I say I don't run into a lot of media sellers. And if at anything, Barry, if he was still around while I was having the conversation with the other media seller guy, I don't see them often at all. And here I go. I mentioned something a couple days ago. I haven't run around in a while. And here I go today, manifesting stuff again, right? So actually, let's try this. So go to books, book. So that's going to start looking up that book. 46 results. Go to books because I want to narrow it down. Hardcover, not specified. Still 37 results. Second edition, pristine. That's not that one. So this is, I think it's a second. No? Ninth printing, 1963. And look, 1965 first edition. So these ones are about $20. There's that one right there. 20 to $25. So not a whole lot, but it does sell. This movement therapy, this one's like $30. And this complex analysis, that's the good one. I did not narrow it down any more than analysis AHLFORS second. $130, 95, 65. So all I did, I typed in the title and the author, and I saw that the title and author does sell. I didn't narrow it down anymore like I am right now. 2, 40, and $80. 1966. All right. Yeah, so it goes up to $70. If I have 2 ND, like the second hand, 80, 88. Well, that's it right there. 1979, third edition, right? So it's still $70 to $80 book. $4. And that other bookseller, he was there, but he does only barcodes. All these books, none have a barcode. And wrong book or version. So now it's still loading that up. It did find it. And it's only showing that this exact one's coming up paperback. Now, 2 have sold paperback. Oh, but that's understanding symbolic logic. So it did not find that one. But now it has that data. Now it has that retrieval. Now Flipper's system is going to try to, I'm going to assume, try to recover, pull some of that info up so they can keep it in their system. And we have some frames. I'm just going to do these ones. Well, both This is Silhouette, Austria. I forget, but they're like $60, these frames. These are Ralph Lauren. It was like $30, 30, $40. And these are the Beverly Hills Club. Beverly Hills Polo Club. So it's Beverly Hills PC. Beverly Hills PC frames. And this number is 81. No, I didn't put frames in the last one. We're down here, health and beauty. One is listed, brand new, about $70. Not new. Went in Terapeak, narrowed it down, used for like $50. So it wasn't too bad for the, what I say, $40. So we could say combined, that's $100. And then at least $20 for each of everything that I got. So, I mean, I did my morning stuff, made the video, edited it, got the stuff packaged, did some self-similars, and listed like 8 new sealed things. Hung out for a little bit. Took off at like 3:30 and got back. And I'd have to say 6:30, maybe a half an hour ago. And got 600 of stuff, 700 for $40. Yep. It's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. I haven't mentioned frames in a while, right? Because I really haven't gone out. Frames, if you find, this arm is cracked right there. Just notice that. If you go out and about, it's like those Ian Valentin ones, $240 for those. I paid a couple dollars. Start looking at frames and eyeglasses and sunglasses. If you're afraid that something might be a knockoff, just remember, like, really good built stuff, if it's Oakley's or whatever the brand may be, they're going to be built better. You don't even have to have the real one and the fake one in either hands to even feel the difference. You could just feel the difference of something that's fake. You're like, that doesn't even feel well built. It's like picking up a socket set from the dollar store. It doesn't have to have a name on it. You can just hold it in your hand and be like, I've held enough 10 millimeter sockets to know that I don't want it. It's junk, right? So you can do that. Anyhow, let me think of going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. Those are all free. They help me. Hey, so I can help everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you.